Yes, my people, how are we doing? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today is a travel day. So myself and Big C Chisel beside me here are heading back to Ireland, to Mullingar, in actual fact, for one of my close friends' weddings. So this is the first friend out of my close friend group. You know, like the friend group where you have like the group chat? That friend group. So first friend out of the close friend group was actually getting married. Funnily enough as well, I haven't seen Flinners in about 6 years, man, because he lives out in Australia. And obviously I've been living in the UK for the last 3 years, so anytime he's kind of been home, I've missed him, etc, etc. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him. I can't imagine it's going to be like anything will have changed at all. He's one of those guys and one of those friends, and I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the crew as well, as I haven't seen them in quite some time. I don't get to see them too much these days. They're all a little bit older than me as well. I am the baby of the group, so I'm turning 29 in 2 weeks time, but they're all like 30, 31, 32. So a lot of them are starting to have kids and bang out the babies. There's one of my friends going to be absent from the wedding actually because his missus is ready to pop. So there's going to be a lot of babies by the time I get home in like another year or so. Everyone is going to pretty much be after having a kid. Chloe's a couple of years younger than me though, so I've got time yet, fellas. I've got time yet. But we're on our way to Holyhead Port now. Ferry isn't until 1:05 today, which is a nice change, as normally we're getting like the fucking 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning ferry. We have to get up at like 3, 4 o'clock. Leave and drive, but we kind of had a chill morning this morning. Well, like we got up, I had to meal prep, I had to pack, I had to do all that sort of stuff, but it wasn't like get up and get straight out the door. We're able to get up, have a coffee, have our hydroflow, relax for a while, go for a little morning walk, and then hit the road after that. So for this week's video, guys, or today's video that you're watching right now, I'm going to run you through how to stay on track whilst you travel. Obviously, I am coming to the end of my cruise period now. I'm really looking forward to getting back after this wedding, because when we get back on Saturday evening, getting my bloods done on Sunday, that wraps up the end of the cruise. We're back on cycle Monday, and that's when the off season really begins. Now, I was 103.25 this morning, guys, so I have gained quite a lot of weight over this cruise period and made quite a lot of progress, but you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. So we've kept things extremely militant, and I'm going to continue to kind of do that over the weekend, but obviously have a little bit of flexibility because I'm going to be having the meal at the wedding, and we've got 2 nights of bed and breakfast in the hotel as well. I probably won't have a breakfast tomorrow, or if I do, it's going to be something that's going to be similar to my meal plan, like 3 whole eggs, slice or 2 of bread, and maybe like some avocado. But I'm going to try not to go too in on that, and then the following day I might have the full Irish breakfast, or I might do that one of the days. I'll kind of see. Tomorrow obviously I'll be having the off-plan meal for the wedding anyway, so I'm going to have to kind of factor that in. And I'm thinking it'd probably be better to just do the fry up tomorrow morning, do the fucking dinner for the wedding that evening, and just have the one day where I'm like off plan, and then just be fully back on plan on Sunday. But I've got all my stuff prepped with me. I've adjusted my meal plan. I've brought my rice cooker with me. We're staying in a hotel, not an Airbnb. Normally, I would advise people to stay in an Airbnb when they travel, because you can bring everything with you. You can prep all your meals. You can kind of be fully on plan. But this is a little bit different. It's a wedding. It's on in this fucking boutique lodge place out in the middle of nowhere. So I had to book a hotel like 15 minutes away. Yada yada. There's no Airbnbs in the area. Literally no Airbnbs. The closest best one was like 35-40 minute drive, and I just wasn't doing that. But we're going to show you how you can stay on track when you stay in a hotel. Okay, we do have a lot of clients who travel for work, whether they are engineers or plumbers or whatever. They have to stay in a hotel, or whether they're corporate guys, so you can still make do and stay on track. So we're going to show you how simple it actually is, guys, and all the tips and the tricks and the secrets, and I suppose just take you through another kind of travel vloggy weekend. You get to see me and Chloe actually dressed up, see how well we scrub up. You know, I've got the fresh trim here. Chloe's got her tan on. We're going to be looking absolutely tremendous, so you'll get to see that as well, I'm sure. One you won't see is going to be either of us drinking, because we don't drink, so we'll see how long we last at the wedding. It's going to be very interesting. It doesn't start until 2 p.m, isn't like the ceremony and all that, so by the fucking time the meal is at the table, I reckon it's going to be like 8 p.m, which is normally, you know, we're normally in bed for 30 minutes at that stage, so it should be fun, guys. But look, we'll take you along with you. We'll take you along with us, and you'll get to see how 2 bodybuilders manage a social occasion, which I think is going to be very valuable for some people who tend to fuck it when they go away on weddings or they go away as a bodybuilder. It's definitely a skill that you learn to improve over time, and something that gets a lot easier over time. It's something that when I obviously first began doing this, I was like, oh, this is a little bit of effort, it's a little bit of hassle. Mentally, it was quite hard to, stay on plan while I was away and out my normal routine. But now, honestly, it's super fucking easy, guys. Okay, and there really is no excuses. Once you've done it a couple of times, you understand how easy it is. You just change a couple of macros around, you stick on plan. Honestly, you're always happier for it when you get back and you get back into the swing of things when you are home. And you don't feel like a guilty sack of shit, pretty much. Yeah. So,
and don't hit the fuck it button.
And don't hit the fuck it button. We don't hit the fuck it button here, guys. We do not miss. Me and C Chisel, we do not miss. So, yeah. Anyway, we've got a deload as well, guys, obviously, for the next 4 days, because today is going to be full-blown travel day, like 8-9 hours of driving. Tomorrow's the day of the wedding, so obviously I'm going to be training on that day. And then the following day is travel day again, and then Sunday getting the bloods done. So Kubo was like, look, take this as a little bit of a deload. You'll be fresh as fuck by the time you get back. And then from there, starting the off season, so it's perfect timing. I don't even need the deload, as I would have said in my last YouTube video with Andrew, leg day, which you're going to see very shortly. Epic video, guys. Make sure you stay tuned for that. But I think it's going to still do me some favors, and hopefully this hotel is nice. It looks absolutely amazing. They actually have a really good gym there, so we are going to go and do cardio there tomorrow, and not train, but like just chill out, use their spa, sauna, jacuzzi, all that good stuff. And it should be just a nice chill couple of days, and then we really get stuck into it Monday, guys. So I'll wrap that up there. We will catch up with you on the journey along the way. Today we've got all our meals prepped as normal, so it should be business as usual. But we'll kind of show you how we navigate things over the next 2 days or so. Peace out. What's happening, guys? Updates. So we are on the ferry. Well, actually, we're almost off the ferry. We're just about to touch down in Dublin Port. So time absolutely flew. I thought I was on the 3.5 hour ferry. Turns out we're on the quick ferry. So happy fucking days, an hour less. That is absolutely ideal. I've got a hot chocolate here that Chloe actually made for me. One of our options, 30 calories hot chocolates. Don't even know if I'm going to get to drink it by the time I have to get in the car and hit the road. But ferry absolutely flew because I did have some work to do on my phone here. Obviously, get up this morning, pack, and then leave the house. Any messages, execution clips, or whatever that I did have that I normally do first thing in the morning, every single morning, they'd all just kind of built up. So I just got all of those cleared. Took me about 2.5 hours, which is ideal, because now I have no messages for the rest of the evening, which is great, because I'm going to hit the road. I'm going to get to the hotel in Mullingar, and hopefully have time to maybe use the spa, get the last meal in, use the spa, chill out a little bit for the evening, have a nice spa or something in the room, and then it is wedding day tomorrow. So there's C Chisel now, back from the bathroom, I believe. That was a very pain-free ferry, Chloe, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, we thought it was the long one, but I actually think we got the short one.
Yeah, Chloe's just saying again there that we thought it was the long one, but we actually got the short one. So that's ideal. Oh, I should have set the camera up here. The lighting is much better here. But oh well, it is what it is. So we'll finish this off now, guys. We'll get into Dublin Port. We'll hit the road. I do have to stop and take money out for the wedding card, even though I might do that tomorrow. And I need to get my car washed as well. I was going to get it washed before I left it, and I was like, it's just going to get filthy going over the Moors Mountains. So I need to get that washed as well. But these are all small little jobs that we can probably do in the morning, because the wedding isn't actually kicking off until 2. I think I mentioned that. So me and Chloe getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning every single morning. We're going to have loads of time for activities before we need to get there. We're going to do a spa day in the morning. We're going to go for breakfast. We're going to go for a nice walk, because the Bloomfield House Hotel where we're staying is very, very scenic. There's like a lake nearby, etc. And we have to head into Mullingar and to get some get some meat, get some chicken. So manage the day accordingly tomorrow. So we'll show you all that, guys. I don't know how much vlogging I'm going to actually do over the next couple of days, but we'll try and throw something together for you, for the YouTubes, for the vlog. Yes, guys, up there, 2 very tired heads. We've just pulled up outside Bloomfield House Hotel, so we're going to go in and check in now. And of course, we're going to give you a little bit of a room tour. We're both extremely tired. That actually felt like way longer of a journey than I expected it to. I thought, it's grand, it's only an hour from Dublin, this is going to be way shorter. But honestly, guys, what I said earlier about, it's great to get up in the morning and chill and have our coffee and have a later ferry. No. Way better getting a 9 o'clock ferry, because the traffic that we hit on the way to the ferry, and then when we got off the ferry coming out of Dublin, it was like all the peak times that we hit the traffic in today. Like when we were going through Manchester, it was like peak school time and work time. And when we were going through Dublin, it was like peak finishing work time as well. So it wasn't the one. It wasn't ideal. But it is 20 to 7 now. So go in, check in, have a last meal at 7, chill out, probably won't use the spa because I'm fucking wrecked and I couldn't be bothered. It's pissing rain out, so hopefully all the rain gets its rain out of its system before the wedding tomorrow. I think we're like 10 or 15 minutes away from where the wedding venue actually is. I don't know, is there anyone else who's going to the wedding who's staying here? Surely there is, but most of the lads are staying like on site, so we won't see them until tomorrow. So let's get checked in. We'll catch you in a bit. Alright my people, so we've landed in the hotel room. Tremendous, I must say. Does the job. Actually quite modern, which is good. So we've obviously got our kettle, our teas and coffees over here. Thankfully, we have got a little mini fridge, which is fantastic because I'll be able to cook some rice and get some chicken and put it in there so it stays nice and cold, so it doesn't rot on me before the journey home. We'll only have to make one trip to the supermarket. We've actually got 2 beds, so Dara will be able to sleep on his own tonight without Chloe disturbing him. Nice bathroom in here, good shower, bath. Bath is definitely going to be used. And then we have got our little telly here, our smart telly, which is great. So guys, we've brought with us obviously our shakers. I've got a bowl, I've got a rice cooker here to cook some rice, and I have my meal prep bag here, which has all my dirty lunch boxes in, which I'm going to have to clean up. What did you say, Chloe?
Your bag is over there.
Oh yeah, I've got another bag over here with all the real essentials, guys. The real essentials. So what do we have here? I'll show you. I'll actually be able to put this up on this countertop here. So guys, let's show you what we're working with here. We've got Conte Repair Away caramel biscuit flavour, DMAC 10 for discount, guys. We have got the essentials, one sec, which come with us everywhere. AM Essential, Hydroflow, PM Essential, Supreme Sleep. So I genuinely do not go anywhere without these guys. So this is my morning pick me up. This is my evening wind me down. We've also got our food scales, of course. Some bananas. It's going to be my fruit choice whilst I'm here. Montezuma's dark chocolate. I've got a tub of almond butter in my bag as well. Flavin's oats. And of course, just in case, we've got the GOAT Conte white chocolate hazelnut cream of rice. So that is our spread, guys. That's what I brought just to make sure I was well prepared. Everything I need. Also got my weighing scales in here as well, so I can keep a track on my weight. Now I didn't bring my growth hormone home with me, so I am expecting that my weight is probably going to drop tomorrow morning and the day after, and then it'll probably go back up when I get back to Rotherham on Saturday and get it back in. Chloe was just went to the toilet there. Scales, babe, put that in. Thank you very much. So yeah, I am going to kick my shoes off now and just sit back, relax and unwind just for a brief second, because that was a very long, arduous drive, guys. So we'll catch you in a little bit. Alright guys, so meal number 6 is going down. We have got, of course, as always, a bowl of oats. Okay, so food scales, whey protein, cream of rice, oats, almond butter, banana. Alright, I have absolutely everything here that I need to have my bowl of oats. Simple, just brought it in a bag with me. Alright, so no matter where you stay, guys, in the entire world, whether it is a hotel, an apartment, an Airbnb or whatever, everywhere has a kettle. Okay, you can make oats, you can make cream of rice with a kettle. You can mix your protein in. This is a super easy fruit to bring with you, banana, because obviously it's sealed up, right? It's not like berries that are like perishable or like you get all mushed up or whatever. You don't have to bring a big tub of almond butter, that might be overkill. But dark chocolate, super easy fat source. You got your carb source, your protein source, your fat source. That can be 1, 2, maybe even 3 meals that you can have with you that day if you're staying in a hotel. 1 in the morning before you leave, 1 in the evening time. So a lot of people will just tell themselves that they can't stay on track when they're going away, when they're traveling, when they're in a hotel or whatever. Oh, I was in the hotel, so you know, I couldn't bring this with me, I couldn't cook, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, right? You just gotta use your fucking head, guys. All right. So this is going to be like morning meal, evening meal. I might even have 3 of these just out of preference, to be honest. And then we've also got the rice cooker with us, and I brought some rice. So I'm going to cook up a big batch of rice tomorrow with the rice cooker. And then we're going to go to the supermarket in the morning, and I'm going to pick up some chicken that's already been cooked, pack of chicken, and just bang that in the fridge that we have here. So I'm going to cook up a big bust of rice, put that in a lunchbox in the fridge, have the chicken, put that in a lunchbox in the fridge. I've got my chicken and rice, all right? I can even put some veg in that because I can refrigerate it now. I can get some fruit in the shop. I can literally follow my macros exactly. Obviously, guys, on my meal plan in the morning time, I've got like eggs and sourdough and avocado, and like I've got like, you know, 1 or 2 bits that like would maybe be a little bit effort for me to have here, or that I couldn't actually cook here. Like I can't cook eggs and sourdough myself. So instead, I've got sourdough, carbs, right? Eggs, protein, fats. I can substitute those out for more oats, more almond butter. I just fucking work out the macros. It's literally that simple, okay? So if you're traveling, guys, if you have a meal plan, you can adjust that meal plan. You can match macros. You can have a protein source, a carb source, whatever. You can make yourself a meal plan just for that day, just like I have, or the weekend, just like I have. And it's super fucking easy to stay on track if you actually want to and if you put in the effort. So let me throw this tremendous bowl of oats together and show you how nice this is going to be. So there we have it, guys. Look at that. Protein oats, banana, cinnamon. Tremendous. Good morning, my people. How are we? So, I did not sleep the best last night, I'll tell you that much. 5.5 hours. I'm feeling absolutely terrible. I'm feeling pretty moody, I'm not going to lie. So hopefully when we go downstairs and we box off a little bit of cardio, I'll be feeling a little bit better. I was nearly not going to do it because I feel absolutely terrible. I was just going to go to the pool. But I think that Chloe is going to be doing it anyway, regardless. So because of that, I don't want to just wait in 20 minutes in the pool on my own and shrivel up like an absolute prune. So I'm just going to do the cardio. I know it'll make me feel better, and then we'll chill in the pool afterwards for a while, and then we're going to go for breakfast. So that is the POA. Chloe actually got coffees at McDonald's last night and put them in the fridge, and we cold brews this morning. They're absolutely incredible.
So good.
So we're going to have to make sure we stop there on the way back from the wedding tonight and do that exact same thing and rinse and repeat that again. So hopefully the spa and the gym are tremendous down here. I'll show you what they look like. I did look up the gym in advance, and the gym looks fucking pretty decent. They've got some Cybex bits in there. Spa and Leisure Club this way. Okay, we're going the wrong direction. They've got like Cybex leg extension, seated Cybex leg curl, which for a gym in the middle of nowhere in Mullingar is pretty decent. So I'm not going to be doing any gym work. Definitely need the rest now, and this is supposed to be a 4-day deload for me. Honestly, I'm going to come back absolutely smashed because I didn't sleep good last night. I didn't sleep good the night before. I'm not going to sleep good tonight because of the wedding, and then I've travelled out tomorrow, and then I have 1 more day's rest before I go back into the gym. So yeah, I'm going to just not move at all on Sunday when I get back to Rotherham. But even at that, I know I'm going to probably feel worse off the back of this deload than better, which actually happens to be a lot when I deload, because sometimes my deloads do fall on like travel periods and stuff like that. But look, we'll suck it up and we'll push on nonetheless, fellas. Oh, tremendous stuff, lads. Look at this. We've got 2 Stairmasters right beside each other. Can't fucking beat it, right? I'll give you a little tour of the gym while I'm here, as it actually looks pretty good. So, we've got Cybex adductor, abduction, 45-degree hyperextension, Cybex seated leg press, Cybex seated leg curl, preacher curl, lat pull down, and then over here we've got chest press, the old VRO, closed cable stack, Smith machine. Honestly, this is actually probably one of the best hotel gyms I've ever seen. Another shoulder press, chest press, row, seated leg extension, adductor, abductor, all Cybex. Fucking hell. I wish I was actually training. There's Chloe. Straight in, no kissing, no fucking about. So we'll hop on now, boys. And we'll get 15 to 20 minutes done. Let's get it. Right, my people, so we have got 20 minutes of cardio boxed off. Honestly, that was quite easy. Maybe the Stairmaster is just not that steep or something, and very slow. So level 8 on this, and it was pretty easy, to be honest. So we'll stop this now. I might do a couple of hanging leg raises, take my top off, take a couple of photos, mog a couple of people in the gym. And then, oh, there's one of the boys I went to school with over there. Yeah, and then we'll get something to eat, guys. Well, we need to go to the pool first. So
I'm not going to the pool.
Chloe's not going to the pool. Will I go to the pool? Chloe's hungry, so I think we'll go for breakfast. So guys, self-serve. We got the breakfast buffet here. Our breads, our honeys, our jam, all our bits. They have got oat milk for Chloe, so she's absolutely delighted. Fresh orange juice. I'll definitely be having some of that. And then, what have we got here? Oh god. It's just all the dirty stuff, Chloe, is it?
Yeah.
All eggs, lovely stuff. Some of those, scrambled, hash browns. Beautiful. So, we get a coffee, get a couple of bits, show you what we got. Alright my people, breakfast has been acquired. This is what we're working with. A fine spread, I must say. So we did go a little bit filthier with this. Gotta live a little, guys. We've got 2 hash browns, 2 sausage, 2 egg, 1 black pudding, 2 tomatoes, some watermelon on the side, and some orange juice for micronutrients, 4 slices of toast. So I estimate that this breakfast probably comes out to about, I would say, 800 to 1,000 calories. So that's going to be probably 1/3 of my food for the day. I think after this I would probably have 2 chicken meals and potentially just a small little cream of rice. Then maybe just the breakfast, or not the breakfast, the dinner in the evening time. Let's see. It's not going to be like a 6 meal a day to day. Probably not a 5 meal a day either. So I'm going to have this big breakfast as a treat / off-plan meal. And then we'll have the meal this evening. I think I've decided with just having the one day like kind of all off, not all off plan, but having the off-plan breakfast and the off-plan dinner today, and just having this one kind of full day on the Saturday, instead of like having the breakfast tomorrow and then having like the dinner today. Do you get me? Have like the one bad day that I need to manage, and then tomorrow just be much more on it for the travel day on the way back home. So tomorrow's just going to be perfect, and then today is just going to be the one kind of day that we can write off and that we have to manage and factor in. But let's get a bit of this pineapple, or not pineapple, watermelon in.
The pineapple's lovely.
Haven't had some watermelon in ages, but I must say it is an elite fruit. Yes guys, welcome back. As you can see here, we are suited and booted and nearly ready to rock. So this is how we're looking, guys. Oh yeah, shirt is pretty tight, so hopefully I'm not going to be sweating in it too much. I'll definitely be taking the jacket off the second I get to the wedding anyway, that is for sure. See, Chisel is in here getting ready. She looks absolutely gorgeous in her little blue dress. So we're matching. The colours are slightly off, but we're still matching. I forgot to show you my last meal, which was some oats, some cream of rice and some chicken. And I'm going to have another one of those oats, cream of rice and chicken meals. That'll be meal 3. And then final meal will be meal at the wedding, which I'll try to remember to show you. But honestly guys, I actually haven't been recording too much all day today. I've just been chilling out in the hotel room. I was pretty wrecked earlier, so I was just chilling out, relaxing, and just trying not to really think about work or content or anything else along those lines. Actually take a little bit of a break for myself, you know. So it's almost 1 o'clock. Wedding is starting at like 2, and there in the Mount Druid, it's like a 15-minute drive away. So I think we'll be finished, wrapped up, doing whatever we need to do here fairly shortly, and then we'll probably just head down nice and early, see if anyone is out and about, and we'll get a little couple of clips for you throughout the rest of the day, let you know how we're getting on. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Ceremony is just over, nice and short and sweet, thank God. Just in the car eating a meal here now, tremendous stuff. And then the venue is just right up there where the drinks reception is. I am absolutely bursting for the toilet though. Myself and Chloe need to make sure we get a nice photo together now before we actually head in. So we'll get someone to take it first. The bride and the groom are just in front of us here taking photos, so we won't disturb that party, but we'll try and find someone that's going to be good behind the lens.
The bride and groom,
Good morning, my people. How are we? So it is the morning after the night before. I say that as if I've been heavily out on the piss last night, but I did actually have a Guinness 0-0 for the first time in a long time. I've been sober 4.5 years now, guys, and that was my second ever
non-alcoholic beverage that I've had in that space of time. So I did have a Guinness 0.0 at Christmas, like maybe like 3 years ago or something like that. And then I was like, it's good, it's nice, but it's kind of a waste of calories. But then last night, there's only so many my waddies a man can drink. And I was like, you know what, I'll have 1 pint. And I did. And it was fucking tremendous. I'm not going to lie, I miss my stout. I don't miss drinking and being drunk and being hungover and being miserable and being anxious and hating my life and wanting to kill myself and all those other sort of things. But I do really miss the taste of a creamy pint of Guinness, or like just hard fucking impact, as John B. Keane would say, of like a Jameson ginger ale or something like that. Oof.
It isn't just that I love liquor for the taste of it. I love the plop of whiskey into a glass. I love it. I love to listen to it. I love to see the cream on a pint. I love the first powerful, violent impact of a glass of whiskey when I throw it back in me and when it hits the mark below.
Ex-fucking alcoholic talking here, lads. Anyway, we're just getting a little bit of work done. It is 8:20 in the morning. I've just sent out some onboarding videos. We have got Dave McGeer starting. He did my 8-week challenge, I think 3 challenges ago. And he was going to hop on board for my 1-to-1, but he decided against it in the end. But now he's come back because he's just been pissing in the wind pretty much and he needs some guidance. So I'm glad he's made that decision, because you only know what, or you don't know what you don't know, guys, and sometimes you need a little bit of help. And then we've also got Jay Marin here, one of my current clients' mates, who is hopping on board as well, and we're really going to get cracking now and pull a little bit of body fat off him. So nice productive start to the morning here. Also, guys, I won't lie, I'll make a confession, funnily enough, because this video is like how to nail things, how to stay on track while you're traveling, etc, etc. And obviously I had my breakfast yesterday morning, right? So that was like something I was going to be factoring in anyway. After that, then we had 2 oats meals. So I had 2 oats meals, and with one of them I had whey, and with the other one I just had chicken breast, right? And then with the one with whey I had a banana, and with the one with chicken breast I didn't have anything, right? And then with one of them I had fats, and with one of them I didn't. Okay, so they were kind of accounted for alongside my breakfast, and then that was going to be those 3 meals, and then I was going to have the dinner, right? The dinner was a fucking barbecue buffet. So honestly, myself and Chloe both said it, best fucking wedding I've ever been at. Best wedding I've been at in ages. It was so chill. The setup was unreal. Mount Druitt up here is class. It was like really, really chill. The like church kind of venue was like just way better than an actual church. The ceremony was really quick. The reception for the drinks was like literally a 2-minute walk away, right? It was like just right beside where the little church place was. And then it was like this really cool like hut pub place with like this nice outdoor area near a lake where everyone was just chilling for a while. They did all the speeches there. And then we went like another 5 minutes up the road, not that long at all, to like the venue where the food was, right? And it wasn't like sit down, wait for ages, 3-4 course meal where they bring you out a little bit of soup and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and everyone was like starving. There was like 15 tables. They called people up one by one. People went up with a plate, and it was just buffet. They gave you like burgers. There was like burger buns there, and there was like ribs. There was like chicken breast, like salad potatoes, like garlic butter, like salad potatoes and stuff like that. There was like couscous and like salad and stuff. So like honestly, it was fucking legit. And I ate fucking a little bit more than I probably should have. I like asked for like another burger, another few ribs, and like more potatoes. And your woman was like, I think your eyes are bigger than your belly, whatever. And I was like, hold on a minute, girl. I was like, I'd eat this twice over. And I fucking would have. I got down to the table. I demolished it all. I won't lie, guys. It was really fucking good. I did absolutely demolish it. Do I have a picture of it, actually? I hope I took a picture of it so I can show you all. Because, yeah, guys, it was not factored into yesterday. Let me tell you that much. Oh, I did take a photo. So we'll pop the photo up here. Boom. And as you can see, I got some like Mary Rose sauce on the burger buns and some caramelized onions on top of the burgers as well. So yeah, if I had to estimate how many calories were in that, it was a lot. Okay. Body weight spiked up a lot this morning, but we'll just pull back a little bit today. I haven't eaten yet. It's like 8:30. I'm not going to have a breakfast this morning downstairs. I'm just going to literally go down and drink a coffee, and then first 2 meals of the day today I'll probably just do like protein meals, so that I can pull down maybe like 1,500 calories today, and then obviously as I'm like driving on the road later on, and that's going to be the harder stint of the day, and then when I get home this evening, that's probably where I'll have my my carbohydrates, just so I can actually sleep and I can actually stay sane. But I've gone for 4, maybe even 5 very large dumps this morning. So I'm hoping out of that 2 kg jump in body weight, there's at least 1.5 kg of that gone already. I mean, I don't look too watery. I actually like took my top off a while ago and looked in the mirror and I was like, I thought I'd be a lot more like watery than I actually am, considering yesterday's like fucking garbage food. But hopefully it doesn't affect my bloods now tomorrow. That's the one thing I'm annoyed about. I'm like, I literally haven't eaten like any fatty food at all in like since that pizza like 6 weeks ago post show, and then I just absolutely just nailed probably like 200 grams of fat yesterday, and yeah, I'm getting my bloods done tomorrow, but they'll be good. Might short term skew, might not, but anyway, got a couple more client messages to do, and then I head downstairs. We're going to use the pool, Chloe. We're going to use the pool. We're actually going to use the pool today because we don't have to leave here until like 11 o'clock, I don't think. It's 8:30 now, so we've still got plenty of time to just chill, relax a little bit, enjoy the hotel while we're here, and then we'll just, I don't know, hit you up whilst we're travelling home and show you what we're doing, and maybe actually show you what I'm eating this time, because I don't think I recorded any of the meals bar the meal in the car yesterday, so that was a poor job on my end. But the wedding was really good. The wedding was really, really good. It's nice to see everyone. And like yesterday morning, I kind of woke up and I was kind of like, dreading it a little bit, and so was Chloe. And then when we actually got there and we're having a crack with everyone, it was really good, and it was very, very nice to see everyone. So very good wedding, and it was made by the fact that the venue and just the setup and just how chill it was just like, it was way better than any other wedding. It was just like really, really well done, and like even that like buffet style like dinner, just so much better. And it just suits everyone better, and everyone was like so much happier with it, and it was just, everyone was saying how good of a wedding it was.
And they had like really nice finger food after the ceremony as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, they had finger food after the ceremony as well, of which I did have a bit as well, so I forgot to mention that. They had like these little small little, like, you know, like those little vol au vent kind of things, but they're like these little small tarts, but they were like these mini shepherd pies, and then they had like brown bread with like smoked salmon, and they had another one which was like a chicken one, and then they just had like lumps of ham. So yeah, I had like a plate of that was actually pretty good whilst we were waiting. So many calories yesterday, guys, many calories. But we'll see where the body weight trends over the next 2 days or so. Back on cycle tomorrow though, so hopefully the drugs just balance it out, you know.
They will.
Let's get it.
Oh, it's steamy.
Oh, it's steamy. So guys, we're in the sauna, as you can see. No infrared sauna, like at Ultraflex Rotherham. So it is fucking sweating. I'm probably going to last
5 minutes.
about 4 minutes in here. It was funny, I had a strange interaction there. I was in the change rooms, and there's like this big jacked, like fucking, I don't know, Polish or Russian dude or something that works in the gym here. He was like chatting to me, and he was like looking at me. He's like, "Oh, you compete? You compete?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And he was like, "When?" And I was like, "Oh, I competed like 6 years ago." And he's like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah, I did the Muscle Contest Ireland." And he was like, "Yeah, how'd you do? How'd you do?" I was like, "I won the whole entire show, mate." And he was like, "Ah!" And like stuck out his fucking hand and like shook my hand and stuff. And he hasn't actually competed himself, but he's big.
Is he?
Big fucker, like big fucker, a lot of tattoos and stuff. And yeah, he was chatting away to me. He's like, yeah, I know, I see you when you come in. He's like, good proportions. He's like, well, this is blah, blah. So yeah, I was chatting to him for ages. It's nice. He was sound out actually. But you gotta love those like just Eastern European guys, don't you? Like, he's never even competed, but the dude is like huge. And they just absolutely love bodybuilding, all them fellas, don't they? Like, they absolutely live and breathe it. Like, it's just their bread and butter. So yeah, and he's working in just a shitty leisure club gym here, like with like a load of OAPs at the hotel. But anyway, I'm going to put this phone away. We're not actually allowed phones in here, but I didn't want to leave it in the locker unattended. So fuck it, my DJI's in there, but I doubt anyone will rob that, because they probably don't know what it is. But yeah, a little bit of a sauna now. And then we couldn't go into the pool without hats, and fuck buying one for €3. So we're just going to do some sauna, and we'll do steam room, and we'll do jacuzzi.
And a cold shower.
And Chloe's finishing my sentences.
Yeah.
Oh, tremendous. Beautiful stuff. Relaxing. I'm not supposed to have my phone in here, but it is what it is. So we'll chill here now for another 10 minutes. And then breakfast. Black coffee for me. Brought our little espresso jugs though, so we can fill them up with like way more coffee than the prescribed tiny little cups they give you. Physique check, boys. Post barbecue buffet. Not the worst in the world. I can accept that. Coffee time, guys. Major hack here. Instead of pressing the coffee function, oh shit, oopsies, I obviously did that wrong there. And getting rinsed for your coffee. Literally just fill up one coffee and then get espressos. So I fucked it here. I meant to fill up this with another espresso, but we might just fill it up with the coffee and see how strong it is. Alright guys, so 10:36, we're about to check out in about 25 minutes or so, and we've got meal number 1 here, which is pack of chicken, full pack, 54 grams of protein, going in boys, no veg, no fruit, no nothing, just raw dogging it. We've got some sticky barbecue flavour here, Eddie Aboo, look away, lovely processed packet chicken, can't beat it guys. So we're just packing up all our shit here now, and we're going to hit the road. Looks like a bit of a dreary kind of a day again today, but hopefully it won't take us too long to get to Dublin. I have one more meal which I have made that I'm going to eat probably just before I get on the ferry, and then when I'm on the ferry and when I'm off the ferry, I'm going to have another 2 of these chicken meals, literally. So I'm just going to have 3 servings of protein, chicken protein, and I might stop then again and make another one of those oats meals in like Starbucks or something when I get to the UK. I'll assess and see kind of how I'm feeling. But I have 70 grams of oats with 30 grams of cream rice, 50 grams of whey, and 20 grams of dark chocolate, and I'll probably have a banana with that. So that'll be like a substantial meal that I'll have, and I'll get that just before I get on the ferry, which should be like midday-ish. And then I'll just have like another 0 carb meal with protein serving after that, and maybe another, and then a big meal then before I go to bed, just so I'm not starving when I get home. But yeah, I'll macro that all in now in my little tracker when I'm on the ferry and see where we're at. But I'm going to try and pull down heavily enough today, just to kind of account for what I ate yesterday. Now, do as I say, not as I do. So if any of my clients are watching this, this is something I never recommend anyone to do. I'm like, if you go off track, if you eat a little bit more than you expected to or planned to, just get back on track the next day. Just follow your meal plans, the best thing you can do. Don't try and compensate, etc., etc. Probably just lead to, disordered eating or whatever. But, I've been doing this a long time, guys. I'm pretty experienced. I can suck it up, pull down some food for the next day and not have it affect me that much at all. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll eat this chicken. I'll catch up to you in a bit. Yes, guys. How we doing? We are just outside Dublin Port. Well, we're at Dublin Port. Outside Dublin Port. We're at Dublin Port. The drive from Mullingar to Dublin Port was just like that. It went very, very smooth, very easy. It's 10-1 now. Our ferry is in about an hour's time. And I'm hoping that this is going to feel like a doddle because it is a quick ferry. And then when we do get home, well, when we get into Holyhead, I'm hoping the trip home isn't too bad. I'm hoping we don't meet as much traffic as we did the last time we travelled home on a Saturday. So we'll be in at 4:15. It's a 3.5 hour drive to Rotherham. So I think it's going to be a late one by the time we get in the door home, guys. That is for sure. I feel pretty good now, all things considered, on a sub 6 hour sleep. Sleep has been pretty terrible this week, which isn't ideal, but look, it is what it is, guys. Now we're going to have meal number 2 here, which is the oats meal that I mentioned, and I've got my banana that my assistant has over here. So quite a thick, dense banana here. So it's a hefty banana. That's definitely not 100 grams, guys. So, but we're going to eat it anyway because I actually don't have any banana on my plan at the moment. So I obviously brought these because, like, you're not going to bring a load of berries with you. They just go really, really bad, whereas bananas don't go bad. So they were very, very easy and convenient to bring with us. But yeah, how are you feeling now, Chloe?
Good.
Yeah.
Bit tired.
I think this ferry will be the making or breaking of me. I think if I can like get on the ferry and I can like lie down and like just shut my eyes and just like relax, I might come back to life a little bit. But sometimes like you get on it and it drags and everyone's screaming on it, and there's either like a load of old like American people who are like tourists, so there's like a load of kids like there was the last time when we were on the way over. It just does your head in. It drains, it sucks the life out of you as well as the energy out of you. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping it's not going to be like that today, but we'll have to wait and see.
But we had a fab weekend.
We had a
fabulous
weekend. It was tremendous, guys. It was absolutely lovely. So tomorrow now is just going to be a very, very chill day. Have to get blood work done, of course, but I'm just going to edit this video and get it uploaded, and that's it. I'm going to try and just chill for the day and just not move and sleep and maybe nap if I can, because Monday we're back on blast. We're back in the gym. We're pushing as hard as we possibly can. So
looking forward to it.
Hopefully I'll be fresh-ish Monday morning. If I'm not, I'm just going to crack on anyway.
Any girlfriends watching? You'll feel my pain. Pinning Dara 7 times a week. It's not fun.
She's back on the daily pins, boys. Back on her legit girlfriend duties.
Honestly, it's the bane of my life.
This is what she signed up for, guys. This is what she signed up for. Her own words. Again, I'll remind people.
I didn't sign up for a natty boyfriend. She said those words to
I
me,
didn't.
guys.
He makes that
Those
up.
exact words to me, and I always remind her to this day. Oh yeah,
That looks beautiful now, it does.
it does. It does look pretty good. See that, guys? Look at that. Bit of Montezuma's in there for my fat source. Normally I would have that in the creamy, but I've got it in the oats here. So, chef's kiss.
If you haven't tried it, you should. The dark chocolate almond is top tier. So good.
It is pretty up there, to be honest.
I got-
It is 100% dark chocolate, which normally, guys, would be
Too much.
here, Chloe, will you grab that and just, hold it? Or maybe fuck it out the...
Try find a bin.
Yeah. Oh, there's a bin over there, actually. Yeah, normally 100% dark chocolate is too much, but trust me on this, guys. This does not taste like Lindt 100% dark chocolate. Or those shitty 100% dark chocolates that you get in like Holland Bar or whatever. You know, they are absolutely disgusting. But this is a real McCoy. So, Amazon, guys, DMAC 10 for discount. No, I'm only joking.
C-Mac
But
10 for this.
They should, well, there's no C-Mac yet.
Yeah,
Still
no.
C Thompson.
We're going to
Until you earn a ring.
We're going to take Thompson when we get married. So Dara's going to be Dara Thompson. And
Not a fucking hope.
We've agreed on that.
No kids of mine would be called double barrel name. Double barrel names are gay as fuck. Sorry, anyone who has a double barrel name.
Yeah, so they can be Thompson and you can be Thompson. We'll end
no.
McNamara line with you.
No, traditional man, traditional family over here. She's going to take my name. My kids are going to be McNamara's. Real Irish McNamara's. Proper Irish name, that. Not like a proddy name like Thompson. Sorry to all my prod viewers. Anyway, guys, we'll get these oats into us and we'll catch up with you when we catch up with you. Yes, my people, what is happening? So we are back home in Rotherham, and I wanted to wrap this video up here and have a little bit of a chat and a little bit of a conversation with you all about something that I've been thinking about just a lot over the last like 24 hours or so. And I'm going to try and make this as short and sweet as I possibly can because this video is already 41 minutes and 40 seconds long. I don't think that's going to happen, but if you've watched the video this far, please do stay tuned and listen to this chat, as I do feel like this is going to be relevant or relatable to a lot of people, mainly people who've been bodybuilding for a long time, competing for a long time, or whatever, right? But probably relevant to just anyone who bodybuilds and who diets and whatever, right? So obviously, like, since post-show, I've been extremely on it, right? I've been extremely meticulous. And I pride myself in that. And I really think I have nailed things down this year. And obviously I made a couple of videos 2-3 weeks back about how much I was like really struggling with my cravings, really struggling with my appetite. And it was like really difficult, right? Because I always just be real on this channel with like how I'm feeling and like what I'm portraying, and like what you see is what you get on this channel. And like, just, there's so many bodybuilders I know, right? Personally, and I see their social media and I see what goes on with them behind the scenes, and it doesn't link up. And that's never going to be me, because I'm just not one of these guys. I'm just not one of these frauds. I'm just not one of these charlatans, pretty much, right? So I know a lot of people might like watch my videos and take inspiration from it and be like, oh wow, fuck, like he's on it, like that's so good, like he's like so disciplined, like blah 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 blah. And I am, because if I portray that and I'm confident in saying that and I say everything has been on the money, everything will have been on the money. But there is tons of people out there, bodybuilders, who say on Instagram or say on YouTube how on it they are and this and that. And they're just not. They're just not. They just don't follow their plan as consistently as they say they do. They eat more off-plan meals on the slide than they say they do. They just don't show it on Instagram. You know, they're having fucking donuts and pizzas and like just like, and it just does my head in, because like I feel like people can't separate the people who are actually working hard and the people who are, right? And I work really, really fucking hard. And not that I feel like all these frauds take away from my hard work, because they don't. Because I feel like anyone who follows me, they know I put in the effort, right? But at the end of the day, guys, everyone is only human. And everyone can only handle so much, you know? And like heading into this weekend, I knew I was going to have an off-plan meal. I knew I was going to like have the breakfast. And I knew I was going to have the meal at the wedding. I said that at the start of the video.
And I was really looking forward to this weekend because I'd nailed things so much for the last 6 weeks that I was like, right, I'm through the difficult period of post-show. 6 weeks have passed. I've fucking nailed things. I haven't enjoyed a single fucking thing, really. And that was a choice, right? Like, it was a conscious choice I made to nail things down to that level, to set myself up for a really good off season based off of my goals, okay? If you're just like a fucking starting off bodybuilder, or you're a first timer, or you haven't even competed yet, right? Or you don't really have the genetics to turn pro, right? Do you need to treat things as seriously as I do? No, you absolutely don't, right? Now, even if all of those things aren't your goals, if you do treat things as seriously as I do, are you going to make twice as much progress? Yes, you probably will, right? If you minimize your off-plan meals, if you control your reverse up off the back of a diet, etc., all these things are the difference between people who make good progress and the people who make exceptional progress, all right? And like, I always wanted to be exceptional. Mediocrity to me is like, I don't do it, okay? And I'm always trying to push myself to like that extra standard, that higher standard, do better. You know, this post show was so much better than the last post show, etc. But the thing I kind of want to talk about here, right, is like the mental side of things, because being so 100% all in on a goal, I kind of like that and I kind of thrive off that. But at the same time, it's so hard to keep up that level of intensity all the time. And I'll be honest, it is. You've got difficult days and you've got slightly easier days. You know, and obviously you've got days where you're super motivated and you've got days where you're not. And that doesn't really matter. You know, the days you're not motivated, you just stay disciplined and you just get it done because that's just what you do. And for me, 9 times out of 10, when I travel or I go to an event or I have a family fucking christening or I have this or that, right? And I'm like bringing all my meal prep with me and I'm staying on track and I'm doing all those things. I'm actually doing those things because I actually enjoy that. Like, you get me? Like, that's not forced a lot of the time. That's just how I live my lifestyle, right? But every now and again, that becomes too much for me, okay? And I feel like this weekend was one of those times where it did just get a little bit too much for me, okay? And obviously I was speaking about how difficult things have been for me post-show, just like staying really on it and blah, blah, blah. And I think the difficulty didn't lie in battling the cravings, all right? The difficulty actually lied in me getting in my own way and me getting in my own head and me being my own worst enemy and being like, no. I can't give in to these cravings because if I do, I'm not the person I say I am, or like I'm a piece of shit, or like blah, 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 whatever. I'm holding myself to this high standard. I, as well with Cuba holds me to a high standard, but like there's a big part of why I have Cuba as a coach, because I obviously respect him so much and he holds me to a high standard, but I never want to disappoint him ever. And I never want to like go off plan or do this or do that, because I feel like I am trying to live up to his high standard, but also his expectation of me, right? Which comes from a good place because he wants me to be my best. But I feel like if I ever do anything that isn't perfect, I'm letting him down, but like I'm letting myself down as well. You know, and like I hate letting myself down. And like me and Chloe were having a conversation like just the other day, because like when I went and had that breakfast, lads, right? It was like, that was the first little, I don't want to say slip, but that was the first little bit of like, okay, I'm going to let myself have this breakfast. I'm not going to think about it. It's going to be fine. And we got back up to the room afterwards. And I know I'm all happy-go-lucky and I'm all charismatic in my vlogs and stuff like that, right? But like, we got back up to the room afterwards and I was so fucking in my own head. I was like, it's like I shouldn't have had that breakfast. And like, you know, like, why did I have like the hash browns and the sausages? I could have just had like, you know, just like the eggs and the toast and like that's similar to my plan. And I could have just brought a bowl of oats down with me and then had that on the side instead of like blah, 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 right? And I was like, wonder how many calories that was. And like, you know, my mind just started going like overboard. And like, Chloe was like, Dara, like, you just need to fucking forget about it, because like, I'm a numbers guy anyway, right? I'm quite obsessed with numbers. It's like just an autistic sort of a thing I have, and everyone knows like I used to be an accountant and blah blah. And like, I've got this budget I keep. It's the first thing I check every single day. I update it 3-4 times a day. I'm always like projecting ahead into the future. Like, numbers are just like my thing. I get really obsessed with numbers. So that's why when you're like tracking your macros, you're tracking your calories, it's all numbers, right? It can become quite obsessive. It's like with the hour ring, the sleep, the steps, it's all numbers, it's all data. And for some people, you know, they just take that with a pinch of salt. For other people like myself, I get really, really like bogged down in it. So me like not knowing exactly how many calories were in that breakfast, and I was like trying to macro it out, and then I was like, right, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I'm going to pull my calories down like way like more than I originally like thought I was going to do, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, right? It always like you just like you're ruining the enjoyment of everything for yourself. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And like I've gotten to this position before in the past where like I felt like I couldn't take a step back. I couldn't have an off-plan meal. I couldn't relax for myself. I couldn't bring myself out of my routine because I'd be so hard on myself for doing that I just wouldn't end up enjoying it. And like I need to personally myself find more of a balance between enjoying things. And like, look, here's the like the dichotomy here, right? Is that bodybuilding, especially if you want to be a pro like I do, it's not very balanced, okay? Like you can't have balance. You can't have tons of flexibility. Like you can't be going out for fucking off-plan meals every single weekend. You probably can, and some genetic freaks can, but people like me can't, right? And you can't be like, you know, missing hours of sleep, and you can't have a routine that's all over the place, blah, 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 right? But then it's like, how long can you be 100% perfect for all the time before mentally your head like just... And I'm not going to lie, like I've been pretty burnt out lately, and it's across all fronts, because it's like personally with my bodybuilding, it's all the social media stuff. It's with my business, with my clients as well, because obviously like my clients' numbers are highest, but like I've like with all the daily content stuff like that I was doing, I was having like so many people messaging me every single day on Instagram, and like I like all that, and I appreciate that people watch the videos, but it's like I feel like I cannot get a break. Like there's people just like messaging me all the time, asking me questions all the time. I'm giving out all this advice, right, to random people I don't know on Instagram, and then I've got like all of my clients that I need to get back to every single day, give their execution clips, like be really, really, really available for them, right? And then I'm doing like all my own bodybuilding stuff, and I'm doing like everything else. And I do operate at quite a high level, and I am very efficient and boom, 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 boom. But it's just like all this like energy being taken away from me all the time is like really difficult, right? So this weekend I wanted to just switch off. But then when you're going to an event like a wedding, you're trying to switch off, right? And I'm like, it's relaxing. You know, my clients know I'm here, so I don't have to message them back. You know, I'm not working, I'm not posting on social media. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of vlogging, but that's okay. But then it's like, the calories. How am I going to manage this? The blah, 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 the pressure, you know. Oh, fuck, you know, I've had this breakfast and I'm having a meal this evening. Like, what's Cuba going to say to me when I check in with him? And like, I'm after recording this vlog for people, being like, this is how you stay on track when you're on holidays. And like, the next morning I woke up and I was like, fuck, like I overdid it. Like I ate 2 burgers instead of fucking 1 burger. And like, you know what I mean? Like, it just makes me want to spontaneously combust sometimes, you know? And yeah, it's hard. Like I'm so hard myself, and I just like, I struggle big time with all this stuff. And like, I don't know why I'm like saying all this. Don't know why I'm saying all. It's funny. It's like, I feel like I needed to pick up the camera and I needed to say this to almost justify to my audience the eating that I did yesterday. And like you're probably watching that video back. Like after all of that, I thought, oh my God, I absolutely fucked it. I had like a plate of vol au vents. I ate one of the scones. I had the barbecue buffet. I thought I was going to have a tiny little bit of steak, you know, like you normally have in a wedding, and instead it was a big buffet, and I had a big fucking plate of food, and I was like, oh my fucking God, you know. I weighed myself the next morning. I was 2 kilos up. I was like, I've fucked it. I meant to be starting my push-up on Monday. I was so disciplined for the last 6 weeks, and I've ruined it. And then I'm just like, bro, like you've been locked in 100% for the last 6 weeks, and you take 1 day off and you want to kill yourself. Like, what's wrong with you? You know, like it's fucked up when you think about it. You know, and I think this is like, I'm never going to be one of those guys who comes onto Instagram and is like, you know, I hate bodybuilding and it caused all these issues with like my eating, and I have disordered eating, I have an eating disorder, blah blah. But like, bodybuilding does give you like not an eating disorder, but a disordered level of eating. It does, right? Every bodybuilder has disordered eating, like they do. This is the reality of it, right? But I think it's gotten a little bit too extreme and a little bit too much for me, that it's really starting to affect like the quality of my life almost over the last 6 weeks. And like when I spoke to Kuba about like, the cravings I was getting and the appetite I was getting and all those other sort of things, right? I was like, mate, this is really like affecting my day to day. Like this is making me like really, really unhappy. But it was because of like the pressure I was putting under myself. Like if I just like had one off plan meal and got back on track the next day, would that just have alleviated some of the pressure off my head? Like maybe it probably would have. But it was just the fact that I feel like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that because I told myself I wouldn't do it. And, I'm portraying to all my followers that I'm on it. And I'm, I don't want to disappoint Cuba and like blah, 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 But like then at the end of the day, it's like, doesn't even fucking matter. And Cuba's in London at the moment, so I don't want to be bothering him with a message or anything. But I'm just going to message him and just going to say, look, mate, went a little bit overboard yesterday. I pulled back yesterday. Or I went a bit overboard at the wedding. I pulled back yesterday to try and account for the calories. And I'm just going to be like, look, mate, I just needed a day to be normal. And I think that's what it was. I think when I got there, I was at the wedding. Obviously, I don't drink anymore, guys. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't even smoke the fucking vape now. Don't do drugs anymore. So like obviously at the wedding, everyone's drinking, fellas having a few lines, etc., etc. And like I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, I don't want to be eyeballing the macros in this burger that's in front of me. I'm like, you know what? I was like, there's a tray of olive oils going around. I'm going to have one or two. I was just like, I just needed to. I think once I had that chat with Chloe, and I kind of like, she told me like after the breakfast, she was like, you just need to relax. You just need to forget about it because it's just going to ruin your whole entire day. I was like, right, okay. And I took a step back and I just enjoyed the food and I just enjoyed the evening. And then I was like, I just felt grand. And I was like, this is great. I can just like enjoy myself. I just feel present. I've switched off from bodybuilding. I was like, this is great. And then I woke up the next morning and I weighed myself. I was 2 kilos up and I was like, fuck. And then I starved myself yesterday. Which is obviously pretty disordered eating. And again, it's a do as I say, not as I do sort of thing, guys. But yeah, it's just fucked. I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I was thinking about it this morning and I just thought I'd fucking spit it off to the camera to just see if anyone can kind of relate to kind of like where I'm at and like how I'm feeling and like the thought process that I'm kind of going through. And I think about things quite deeply and stuff like that. But I think it's just a conversation that I need to have with Kuba. And again, it's just like this fear that I have. And like, I might like say some of this stuff to him and he'll just go, bro, it's grand. Just get back in your plan. Just like, yeah, you're a little bit water weight up. It's no big deal. Like, let's go. So let's start the off season. But like I build these things up to be bigger than they actually are in my head, But it's only because I do try to be perfect all the time. It's only because I do have very high standards and expectations of myself and I want to nail things and etc. etc. And even like when I was getting all those really bad cravings and appetites like and stuff for weeks, one thing that was like really playing on my mind, that this is going to sound so silly, and it's one thing that's been playing on my mind the last couple of weeks, to be honest, is that like obviously I've seen a lot of people who have finished their shows at the same time that I have, and they've been having an off-plan meal every single weekend, maybe twice a week. And this is only what I'm seeing on Instagram. They're eating donuts, they're eating cookies, they're doing all of this shit, right? And they haven't gained as much body weight as I have. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm following my meal plan exactly. I'm eating literally the lowest food I've probably ever eaten coming up off the back of a diet since I've been 94 kilos. And I'm still gaining more weight every single week than these guys. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? I'm like, why is my body weight going up so quickly? And then I'm getting like really annoyed at the scales and stuff. And yeah, it's fucked up, guys. It's fucked up. Bodybuilding is a mindset. Mind fuck. This is why it's all in the mindset. And you really do have to have a strong mindset for this shit. But yeah, I'm going to wait till Kuba's back from London. I do have a check-in with him tomorrow. I'm going to check in with him. I'm going to just kind of get some of these kind of thoughts and feelings and emotions across to him and just kind of see what he says. And hopefully it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be in my head. But yeah, I just want to have that little conversation, guys. And I'm sure there's a lot of things I said in that clip that I probably left out and I forgot to mention, because when I was on the ferry yesterday, I was got all these thoughts were kind of like running through my head. But yeah, it's just that it's it's a difficult balance to find. It's a difficult balance to find between, like, I do enjoy being 100% on it. I do pride myself in how on it I am versus other people, and you know how disciplined I can be. But then at the same time, I just feel like, you know, I'm gonna come to a serious breaking point and or mental breakdown if I try to always continually operate at that level across everything that I do. Especially with, like, you know, the vlogs and stuff as well. So like Stuart, if you're watching this, one of my clients, Stuart, he asked me yesterday when all these thoughts were going through my head, like, oh, when's the next vlog out, bro? And I was like, brother, give me a break. I was just after banging out 2 client onboarding videos, work that I needed to do. And then I was like quickly just going to go down to use the spa before I had to leave the hotel. And you know, get the ferry. Like, he's like, when's the next vlog out? And I was like, oh my fucking God. I was like, I posted a vlog 2 days ago. I was like, just, you know, give me a break. Because like, I do everything like to the best of my abilities. I'm like, I get these recorded, I get these edited, I get these uploaded, I just like bang them out, and like everything's like boom, 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 boom. And I felt really bad yesterday. I was like, mate, I'm not trying to be an arsehole. I'm like, you know, I was kind of like sorry if this sounds snappy sort of a thing, but I was just like, I just hate being asked that. I just hate being asked that. Like, I like appreciate all you guys who watch my videos, but a lot of people DM me and they're like, oh, when's the next vlog, bro? And I know it's because people like watching them, and I'm like, guys, you don't understand or know how much pressure that I feel like I'm under, or that I put myself under, to like get the vlogs out for people and like, you know, respond to my clients as soon as I possibly can, and like be as on it with my diet as I possibly can and stuff. And I just feel like my fucking head is about to explode from the burnout that I feel like I'm experiencing off the back of the last couple of months. I'm a little bit burnt out. So that's why it was actually nice to detach a little bit from everything at that wedding. And that's why I put up a story on Instagram the other day thinking about booking a last minute holiday, because man needs to unplug from the world. Oh, you made that quick anyway there at 20 minutes. So we got an hour long fucking video coming to you guys. Don't know what I'm going to title this one. But anyway, it is what it is. Maybe I'll put it in a separate video. Nah, fuck it, I'll put it all in the one. You'll watch it. If you're real MVPs, you'll watch it. I'm going to leave that there, guys, and not ramble on too much longer. Hopefully that wasn't too incoherent, and you can kind of get where I was coming from. But if you got something from that, guys, and if you can relate, drop a comment down below, or drop me a DM. I'd like to hear from you, because I feel like I surely cannot be the only bodybuilder who feels like this and who experiences these kind of pathological frames of mind and thought processes, because I have always been fairly pathological in my obsessions throughout my years of existence. But anyway, guys, I'll wrap that video up here. I'll get this edited and uploaded for you. It's Sunday 8 a.m. now, so I'm a little bit late, but I'll try and get this video up by 10 a.m. So if you're watching this right now, guys, then I've only just recorded this clip. So there you go. Right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you're new here, fucking God bless you. I haven't listened to that, but subscribe anyway, because I'd be rambling these things off all the time. But good chat, guys. Good chat. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Even though sometimes I might, you know, I might reply a little bit like snottily on Instagram, but I do apologize for that, because it gets a little bit intense sometimes. It gets a little bit too much. Man needs a break. Man needs a little bit of breathing there every now and again. So I'll leave that video there, guys. Like, subscribe, comment if you found this relatable, and we'll catch you in the next one.